Women are in these relationships and marriages, showing up as half of who they are in order to keep the peace. And men, unfortunately, men literally cannot be the full versions of themselves. The man can't even wave to the Amazon package lady that drops off the package without his wife or girlfriend thinking that they have something going on. Essentially, both genders are just suffering. Because they're all preserving each other's egos. The man is trying to preserve the woman's ego. The woman's trying to preserve the man's ego. The man has a superiority complex, so she has to act dumb all the time. And the woman has an inferiority complex, so he literally has to wear shades so that she doesn't even catch him looking in another direction, because she's going to put in her mind that he's sleeping with the woman at the Dunkin' Donuts cash register. I mean, both genders are essentially just suffering because they both have a subconscious complex going on that is causing their negative actions. Women have an inferiority complex. Men have a superiority complex. Okay? Let's get into it. Your girlfriend never comments on your nice pictures that you post. The woman doing your hair at the salon purposefully cuts your hair too short or colors it too dark or too light. Your girlfriend never shows up to your birthday parties. Your boss is sabotaging you out of your spot. The women at your church are teaming up to get you put out the group. A lot of these weird things that women do, the driving force behind it is feelings of inadequacy. Women struggle with an inferiority complex. That is the driving force behind a lot of the stuff that you see women do. It's because they feel inadequate. The weird things you see women do, the looks that they give you when you're at the mall, lying and telling you the doctor doesn't have availability Monday at 9 a.m. when the doctor does, but they're just giving you a hard time just because. It's because women deal with constant feelings of inadequacy and inferiority. And because of that, they do wild things because internally they feel inadequate. And a lot of women will lie about this, but the proof is in the pudding. We see how women treat each other. So there is an ongoing inferiority complex in the community of women. Women feel inferior, they feel inadequate, they feel insecure, they feel like they're not enough, they feel like they're lacking, they don't feel good about themselves, they don't like themselves. And because of that, they show up in the world in the way that they show up. And they want to rip a confident woman's head off because they are inferior. Men struggle with a superiority complex. That's why a lot of women don't understand why men humble them. They humble you because they feel like they have to. They have to hold their position. Men are obsessed with power. So because of that, they need to feel superior all the time. So the minute a woman shows that she's smart, or a woman shows that she's confident, or a woman has the big three, which is confidence, beauty, and intelligence and brains, men have to chip away at that because you are trying to remove them from their spot mentally. Men have a superiority complex. So when women understand that, when men try to humble you, it's going to roll off your shoulders. You're not going to take it personal because they feel like they have to do that, because if they don't do that, you're threatening their entire self-concept. Men are taught that they are innately smarter than women. That's why men don't take women seriously. That's why when women are arguing in the workplace, men kind of just tune you out. Men don't care. Men will flirt with a woman in front of his wife and laugh about it, and it's a joke for him because men don't take women seriously. Men are taught that women are just gonna, be in the corner arguing about who has the best nails or whose hair is curled the best. Men are taught that women are not to be around when it comes to making important decisions. Men are taught that women are inferior to them. Women are not smart. Women cannot make decisions. Men are taught that women are essentially not very sharp, so they shouldn't be around anything important, okay? That's why when women say, oh yeah, I don't want to think when I'm around my man, I don't have to think when I'm around my man. What women don't understand is that's insulting. That means that men feel like you're dumb. They feel like you are not qualified to have intelligent conversations. So it's not a flex that your man keeps you out of important conversations when he's on the table making huge decisions. You're in the back room cooking pot pie. That's actually offensive, because that means he feels like you're dumb and you're not smart enough to look at a situation and make the right decisions. And the reason why men feel that way, which is what drives their superiority complex, is because majority of the time women are running off with immature behaviors. Let's be honest. Women have, because of the feelings of inferiority and inadequacy that women have, women are very immature majority of the time. When you look at the stuff women do, women will risk their job to get the pretty girl fired. Women will lie and make up these lies and schemes over BS. A woman will team up with other women to take a woman down because she just comes to work and minds her business. There's a lot of immaturity in the community of women. So men see this. I always tell women, men see you. Men see the insecurity. They see the way that you're bullying another woman because her hair is done well. Men are not dumb. So because they see the stuff that women carry on with, they feel like women are not qualified to be around important decision making, because they see the stuff that women are worried about. It's stuff that's stupid. Like, a woman will target another woman because she dresses well. It's always something that doesn't make sense. So they see the nonsense that women carry on with, so they feel like you're not capable. And it's not that women can't make decisions. They absolutely can. It's just they're kept out of the decision-making rooms because men feel like women are inferior. Men have a superiority complex. Women have an inferiority complex. That's it. That's the message. Once you understand that and you get through life, the actions of men will not surprise you. The actions of women will not surprise you. It'll be expected. And please don't tell me, oh, well, not all men, not all women. Okay, don't be an idiot. Okay? Don't be an idiot. We all know that. I'm speaking in general terms. Okay, don't be an idiot, please. A lot of women have this concern, right? Women are always having this concern of, they're like, Mel, I don't know what to do. Like, every guy I go out with, they're always trying to humble me. Or even if it starts off well, when we get married or in a relationship, they try to humble me. Well, men have a superiority complex. And if you challenge his superiority, he's going to get you back in line. That's a reflex for men. I want women to understand that when men humble or neg you, it's a reflex for them. It's like blinking. Because men have a superiority complex engraved in them. And by you being smart or speaking your piece or speaking your intelligence or speaking what you know, that doesn't turn men on. It turns them off, because now you are threatening their position. You're threatening their spot. So what a lot of women have to understand is the male ego. Let me know if you want me to do a video on the male ego. So that you can understand why, like, men, the domestication process, men have a superiority complex. Why? Because men think that women are dumb. Men think that women don't know what they're talking about. Men think that women cannot make decisions. That's why in a lot of these sci-fi shows, when there's a problem, you'll notice that the male characters won't tell the female characters about the problem. It's not until the secret gets out that the female characters find out or when the men have no choice and they need something from a female character, they will tell them about the problem. But men usually keep women out of decision making. Men keep women out of important conversations. Men keep women out of anything that requires a sharp sense of mentality. They keep women out. And why do men have a superiority complex? Because they think women are not smart. Do I think women are not smart? No. But do I understand why men move through life with a superiority complex towards women? Yes, I do. The reason why men do that is because women are not the best decision makers. Why? Because women have an inferiority complex. The reason men don't trust women with things is because they know that women move through life feeling inferior to everything and everyone. Women are in a constant battle of inadequacy. Women are always battling that deep-rooted feeling of inadequacy that they have. And men know that women are very bendable. Women are easy to manipulate. Women are easy to recruit to hate trains. Women are easy to lie to. It's easy to get in women's heads because men know that, because they know what they do to women. They know how they manipulate women into sleeping with them. They know how they lie about loving a woman to get what. They know how easy women are to manipulate because they manipulate women every day. So if you're that easy to manipulate, why would I trust you to decide on anything hard? The way a woman will allow another woman to get in her mind about a woman and lie to her and recruit her onto a hate train, women are easy to recruit to things. Because that feeling of inadequacy and inferiority makes women want to belong. That's why women always want to belong to a certain group, because they feel inadequate. So because they feel inadequate, they make decisions based on that inadequacy. That's why a man, this is what a man will do. A man will butter a woman up. He will spend on her, take her to nice restaurants, make her feel like a queen. And then when he realizes it's taking too long for her to give it up, her cookie, he'll back away. And then when he backs away, she's going to start to feel inadequate. She's going to start to feel insecure. She's going to start to feel inferior. Now she's going to start to fight for him. And when he comes back, she's going to drop her drawers for him, drop her panties for him very quickly because she doesn't want him to leave. And then he's going to get what he wants, and then he's going to ghost her anyways. Men know this game. It's all a game. Men know that women feel inferior daily. Men know that women feel inadequate. Men know that women are insecure. Men know that women lack confidence. A lot of women lack a sense of self. Men know that, and they capitalize on that. That's why men have a superiority complex. And that's why when a woman is confident and smart, men want to beat her up because now she cannot be controlled. Men have a problem with beautiful women because they know that with that beauty, they can manipulate outcomes. That's why men don't like beautiful women and men don't like smart women. They're lying. Okay, men will say that they like, a girl with double D tits and, long hair and a big butt and all this stuff. And then they go and they marry a plain Jane. Men don't like that because it triggers their ego. That's why they marry the plain Jane and cheat on her with the OnlyFans girl. Because the plain Jane is going to preserve his ego. But the OnlyFans girl is going to give him that fantasy that he fantasizes about. She's going to look like the women that he looks at when he watches Corn. He doesn't want to be around that woman all the time because when they go out, she's going to be getting attention and men are going to be complimenting her. Women are going to be complimenting her. All eyes are going to be on her when him and her go out. And that's going to trigger his ego because men have a superiority complex. She's going to be hard to humble. So he's going to marry the plain Jane that he can humble her about the fact that she didn't make the Aunt Jemima pancakes correctly. And he can scream at her about the fact that the pancakes are too thick or they're not fluffy enough or she didn't put enough maple syrup. And he can destroy her confidence off of the most basic-ish. But if the girl is beautiful and smart, she's going to be a harder challenge. So he's going to cheat on, with men, it's all ego. It's an ego game with men. I always tell women, stop envying beautiful women. Beautiful women are not getting the perks. Women always think beautiful women get perks or no. Beautiful women have a harder life than average looking women. I hope you know that. That's why a lot of beautiful women, they become S workers. They become sugar babies. They become a top paid, high paid boat girls. Is it called boat girls? Yacht girls. There you go. If you don't know what I mean by yacht girl, put it in on TikTok. These beautiful women become high paid, high earning yacht girls. And they go into these weird lifestyles. These beautiful women enter these weird lifestyles that average women don't understand. Why would a beautiful woman be doing that? Because a beautiful woman has to be very disconnected from the world. Because if not, the world is going to break her down mentally. So beautiful women have to go through the world kind of disassociating in a way in order for them to survive, because of the way men will punish her for her beauty, because they have a superiority complex, and beauty triggers ego. So men are going to punish the beautiful woman, and women feel inferior. So they're going to punish the beautiful woman as well. Everybody's punishing the beautiful woman. So at some point, the beautiful woman is going to start approaching the world in a very disconnected way. And she'll probably start going into those industries because at the end of the day, she needs to survive. So she's going to use her beauty in that manner, which isn't good, but that's okay, whatever. That's a story. That's a whole other ball game. That's a whole other psychological ball game. I'll discuss that probably privately on Patreon, because that's a lot of women are judging these women that are in these industries, but you don't understand why they're there. Because the world is not kind to beautiful women or handsome men. The world is not kind to those people because they're triggering men's superiority and they're triggering women's inferiority. So they start going through the world in a they're very disconnected from reality, and they purposefully do it. Anyways, that's a story for another time. Anyways, those who know, those who get it, get it. Those who get it understand what I'm talking about. So women have this inferiority complex. So when you understand that women have an inferiority complex, a lot of the weird stuff that women do, like not showing up to your birthday party, asking you to not wear makeup on her wedding day, wearing a push-up bra when she's around your husband, teaming up to take the threat down, getting plastic surgery to look like the girl she's trying to destiny swap with, adapting a woman's mannerisms. All of this, the driving force behind women doing all these weird things is women have an inferiority complex. That's why they do these strange things. A lot of women will book calls with me to talk about a weird thing that her best friend is doing, or a weird thing her friend is doing, or a weird thing that her female boss is doing. Women are driven by high, deep-rooted levels of insecurity. And when you understand that, when women do weird things to you, it's going to roll off your shoulders. You're going to expect it, because women are always battling their feelings of inferiority. And men know that. And men take advantage of that. Men take advantage of women because men know that women are innately feeling inferior. So they capitalize on that. That's why men hate beautiful, confident, intelligent women. Men despise a woman with the big three: beauty, confidence, and intelligence. That's why men, when they put their hands on beautiful, confident, intelligent women, they take their life. Because the anger that they feel towards a woman with the big three, it's an anger that they cannot understand. It's an anger that takes control of them. And they end up taking that woman's life. That's why when a woman has the big three, you got to stay away from men. If it's not your husband, you shouldn't really be dealing with men, because men have a superiority complex. So if the amount of male clients I've had in the past that would try to put their hands on me, I've had male clients, the way that they would speak to me, the way that they would slam their hand on tables, the way that they would puff out their chest at me. I know that I'm a 5 foot woman. Like, I literally have to stand on a stepping stool to get over my fridge. When I drive, my car seat is all the way towards the front. My foot can barely hit the gas because I'm so small. So the way that men would start acting crazy with me, I knew that it's the beauty and the intelligence and the confidence. It's driving them insane. That's when they start trying to get violent. And then I have to remind them, if you put your hands on me, you're going to jail, right? And if you try to fight me, people are going to look at you like you're crazy, because how are you fighting a barely 5'1", teeny tiny woman? Because that's how small men's egos are. Their ego is very fragile. So that's why I say, for me, I always have to have a license to carry and stuff like that when I'm dealing with male clients, because I know that they're going to start to feel triggered by my intelligence. They absolutely will. And then they're going to start acting crazy. And women have to understand, because men have a superiority complex, men dehumanize women. So you start showing a man that you're human when you show him you're smart. When men realize that a woman is smart, that's when they start getting violent. They start taking lives. They start strangling her, choking her. They start doing these things because that's how fragile a man's ego is. Men have a superiority complex. So if a woman has the big three, beauty, confidence, and brains, men are going to start getting violent with you. Okay, and a lot of women don't understand this concept. That's why they keep getting these black eyes from these men, because they don't understand. If you have a big three, you're supposed to stay away from men if they're not approaching you in worship. If they're not approaching you in worship. And when I say worship, I don't mean idolatry. I don't mean thinking that you're Yeshua, but I mean men have to truly view you as, wow, that's the one. Like, she just has, he has to be in awe of you. Like, every time he sees you, he has to take a deep breath, because he just cannot believe that he's in your presence. Like, that's how men have to feel. If a man doesn't feel that way around you, he's going to be the opposite of that, meaning he's going to get hostile with you. So men tend to keep women out of decision making and all that stuff, because they know that men know that women are insecure. Okay, they know that they have to purposefully fire the pretty girl so you don't feel small. Men know that they have to not hire a woman that's beautiful and intelligent because you're going to have a problem with it. Men always have to tap dance around women's insecurities. It's draining, because a woman will stop working well because her female colleague is pretty. She will literally stop coming to work thinking about her work and start coming to work thinking about how to take that woman down. Women are driven by their insecurities. And when women understand that women have an inferiority complex, you're going to protect yourself from women, and you're going to keep yourself safe from women, because women start to get very hostile when you make them feel inferior. That's when the acid, throwing acid in the face, putting bleach in the girls, drink, and all that crazy crap that women do to other women, it's because of inferiority. And it's dangerous. Okay, this is part 1. I worked in HR for several years, so in this class, I am going to teach you guys tips, tricks, and valuable information so you can be a corporate Spartan. It is not easy working in corporate America, but if you have the right office politics and you know your rights legally, that will definitely help you have a more enjoyable experience. So this class, I will be teaching you from an HR standpoint, what to do, what not to do, and how to jump paths so that you can get the promotions that you always wanted, what to look out for and what not to look out for in office politics. Also, next class on power. Power is very, very important. This class is not about feminine power. It's about power in life and having staying power. To get through life, when you're dealing with humans, men and women, you need to learn how to make sure that you have staying power, and you need to learn how to make sure that all of the moves that you make sense, so you can always be 25 steps ahead of everyone else, because life is chess, not checkers.